go.
Yeah. Straight from the Fortress of Solitude, it's the off-brand Superman, Marquez Christopher Eason.
Hey guys, straight off the helicarrier, it's your starship captain, Chris with a K.
Just coming at you.
That was simple. Real simple. And this is your host, Carlos. I'll keep it simple as that. Thank you guys for tuning in. All right, we're just going to talk about the Marvel Illuminati. No, not the Freemasons. We're talking about the Marvel Illuminati.
Not the real ones, guys. Leave us alone.
Yeah.
So before we get into that, let's go ahead and give a quick pause and thank our following sponsors.
Hey guys, it's your old pal Chris with a K here, giving a shout out to some of those unsung heroes in the entertainment industry, DJs, and we've got a great one for you. Spin It Again Entertainment, doing weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, music events, photo booths with backdrops and dancing on the clouds. Check them out at Linktree Spin It Again Entertainment. Their phone number 316-617-3281. That's Spin It Again Entertainment. Check them out for all your entertainment needs.
All right, you guys. So we're going to talk about the Marvel Illuminati. So let's just break down the characters and what they're going to do along the lines of the comic books and also the movies. So let's start off with my guy, my favorite character, Iron Man. Marquez, I'll start this off with you. How did Iron Man become part of the Illuminati?
Well, originally in the Marvel story, from the comic book perspective, not the movies, but they were originally supposed to be the keepers of the Infinity Stones. And I believe the Avengers, I can't remember who had which stone, but I think the Avengers had the Power Stone, Wakanda had the Soul Stone, the Inhumans had the Space Stone, and of course, the Sanctor with Doctor Strange, they have the Time Stone, and Xavier and the X-Men, they have the Mind Stone, and I think the Reality Stone, I can't remember if that was with Atlantis, with
Namor?
Namor, the Submariner. But I think that originally that's what they were for. That's what they were developed for, is to guard the Infinity Stones. And and Iron Man, obviously, he was a leader of the Avengers at that time.
Chris, anything you could put on that?
No, I mean, I think you pretty well nailed it there.
Yeah. Now, see, I don't know what capacity we'll see them in the movies going forward. I mean, I know in Doctor Strange, that was an alternate universe. I think currently in the MCU, we're Earth 616.
Yes.
Or what did they say? Is it 616 or
616
Okay.
is the one they were using in this most recent.
So I think that may be up and coming. I don't know. Carlos, you were saying something about Kevin Feige wanting to move forward with that.
And how we're going to elaborate on that is that, yes, Kevin Feige right now, they are wrapped up on Phase 4. We still have Thor coming out. We're talking about the MCU, the MCU.
Yeah.
They've already did Doctor Strange. You got Thor. You still got Black Panther.
Yeah.
So those movies are still going to come out. And then introducing the new phase, you also have the Guardians of the Galaxy that's coming out next year. And so in the comic book perspective, Iron Man gathers everybody up. He gets with Black Panther. They meet in Wakanda. And what's going on is that during the Secret Wars, which we will do in another show, how you say the name, the Kree and the
Skrull,
they've been fighting, and the battlefield is here on Earth. They could, it's the Skrulls that are able to manipulate and copy.
Yeah, shapeshift.
Yeah. So the war is going on here, which they will show on Disney, by the way. And Samuel Jackson and Emily Clark are going to reprise their roles in that series. I don't know if it's a series. I believe it's going to be a series.
Limited series, probably.
Mm-hmm. So Iron Man knows that this is all getting out of hand with the multiverses.
Yeah.
So he says, hey, we need to get together. And so he brings everybody in, and we're going to name off the characters along the lines. And what has happened is he says, hey, we got to get in control of this. And the only way to do it is being discreet and be able to work within ourselves, not telling our perspective groups, but it has to be within us.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how this goes in the MCU, because we're already out a couple of the main players here, Iron Man, Black Panther. Yeah. It's going to be a new Black Panther. Maybe they'll bring that aspect in. I could see Strange maybe being like, oh, hey, I saw this thing called the Illuminati of all the best in this other universe, and I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
But then we've also got to come back. Is Reed Richards going to be, which was cool. I thought the MCU Reed Richards, that was a great John Krasinski played that
Yes,
well.
he did. That was great.
And are we going to bring in Professor X in the 616 universe? Is it still going to be Patrick Stewart's
Or James
version?
McAvoy.
Or is it going to be James, or is it going to be a whole new one? Is it going to be a young one? Is it going to be like?
Yeah. Well, and I'm glad you touched up on that because let's talk about that second character, and the second character is Mr. Fantastic. Reed
Yeah.
Richards. So he's a scientist. He's brilliant, and he likes to plan. He is in the same boat with Iron Man. That hey, we need structure because in the comic books in the Civil War, he was team Iron Man. He felt that hey, we need to register, and we will do a show on that.
He's a
another time.
scientist. He's organized. He's a philosopher.
So with the Fantastic Four, can you imagine him being gone and Invisible Woman saying, "Where are you going?" "Oh, I got a meeting with the boys. We're gonna play Magic the Gathering or something." I mean, you gotta gotta go in disguise to report to where you need to be.
Yeah.
But it goes in the comic book. I liked how Mr. Richards. There's a lot of respect because he's a brilliant scientist. How he's able to work with Doctor Strange and able to work with Iron Man. And to just tell them on a scientific point of view on how this should be all built up. Any suggestions or tips you want to talk about for Mr. Richards?
Well, no, he's just very analytical, and you need that when you're dealing with world or in this case universe-ending events. You need someone who can analyze. And come up with quick calculations. And what I like about the character in the comic book, he's a problem solver. And that's my take on Mr. Fantastic.
Now let's talk a little bit about Black Bolt. Can you help us, Marquez, talk a little bit about Black Bolt?
He's the king of the Inhumans, and he has a voice. His voice is like a million sonic waves. He can't speak, or else because he destroyed a mountain in one issue with just a whisper.
Yeah.
And that's his real power. He has a psychic. I think Medusa, his wife, is she's psychically linked to him. She speaks for him.
Right.
Because his voice, he can't turn it off. It's his.
It kind of like Cyclops.
Yeah, his eye.
Like
with Cyclops.
if he opens his eyes, the beams come and he uses his visor to control that. But yeah, if he they say even a whisper from him can destroy a city basically, and if he essentially sneezed, the world would destroy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
how does that even
unfortunate.
work?
Destroy the galaxy.
What if he yawns in his sleep or something? I always wondered about that.
Or woke up in a startle like boom, there goes.
Oh, sorry. Did I just blow up New York?
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
he can't even say sorry because
yeah.
he'll destroy everything else.
Sorry.
Yeah, and not to get too geeky or scientific with it, I guess, but sound needs oxygen to travel.
Mhm.
So I wonder, does it work outside from an oxygen-rich environment? Is it just some sort of energy wave?
I think it's more
I've
of
never-
an energy because you see his little tuning fork deal
Yeah.
go off.
Yeah, is it just they never really discuss how his powers worked, just that they did.
Right.
They're
Well,
they've
they're
never
magical.
I
seen
feel
him
like that
go
was a
in there.
lot of
Is it-
Inhumans. They're like, well, he's a mutant, and that's what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Or
he has
he's
those
had the Terra.
forklings.
yeah, and he created the Terrigen Mist, guys, in one comic book that just gave everyone on Earth powers, just so there was no mutant registration or anything like that. But that's another story for another time.
You have a power, and you have a power.
Yeah, it was just it was a really cool story. I remember reading that, going, "Wow, that's
Yeah, I think Black Bolt's pretty cool.
yeah."
He was portrayed by Anson Mount in the very short-lived TV series. I wish they would have done more with that.
I
but
remember that. Yeah, and
it's on Disney Plus. It's available. It's out there. I don't think it's considered canon. It's just
That's there.
it's there. Yeah. I would
Yeah.
think for the MCU they're gonna change. They change a lot about that. But
yeah, he also has superhuman strength. You know,
yeah, well, and I think that's pretty fairly common in
Yeah.
humans to have.
he's not on par with like Hulk or Thor
No,
physically, but he is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Can he fly?
Yes,
I think he can fly.
I think he can manipulate sonic waves.
Lockjaw. He can teleport with Lockjaw, which
Yeah.
is his dog, faithful servant.
Yeah.
now,
cool
what?
name.
Now, speaking real quick on him and the MCU universe, so they were supposed to make it into a movie, but they realized I don't know if this is going to be popular, so they geared it down to a TV series, which was only one season.
Yeah. It was just one season. Yeah, I remember watching it.
It was tough to watch. I think it's just a weird. It's one of those things like TV series when it's on a network. If it's not on the right day at the right time, that could be all it takes. I mean, I thought the show was okay. I think it just was wrong time. And that's not like it's an Iron Man show. Everybody knows Iron Man. Like, this was a whole brand new show that nobody knew, and they're trying to release it on network TV in a Friday night primetime slot or something like that. It just wasn't the right time, or
it was going to mess up the Family Feud schedule.
Well, and when you're releasing stuff on, like, say Disney Plus, like, all the fans of that stuff, they're going to go watch it and be like, oh yeah, okay. But when it's just a regular series on network TV, that I don't know, it just seems difficult for odd shows like Inhumans, which is such a complex show.
Because I'm sure
so
there's
many
a
characters.
lot of people that don't have regular cable. They use streaming services
Right.
to where you can't watch that
Right.
Yeah.
until it comes out. Like, oh hey,
Well, I mean,
Netflix picked this up or blah blah blah.
An antenna.
Yeah.
But
All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's move on to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is also a key player in the Illuminati. How you felt, Marquez, they portrayed him in the movie? When not the character, because, of course, Benedict Cumberbatch is an awesome actor. I'm talking about in the sequel, Doctor Strange. Did you like how they introduced him into the Illuminati?
Yeah, I thought that because Doctor Strange, guys, in the comic book, he is extremely powerful. At one point, he was, the Sorcerer Supreme. Supreme. He was.
I feel like they're going to take him near that.
And that's what I'm hoping he gets there real soon. But like you said, Benedict Cumberbatch, he does a great job. I think in a lot of ways, I feel like they're trying to make him the new Iron Man. I don't know. Do you guys feel like that? I feel like
I think he's
trying to
going to
make
be
this
the next leader of the Avengers,
or something like that. I do feel like they're hyping
or
him up.
Maybe it'll be the Illuminati that.
Yeah, I
becomes
think
the
he
leader
becomes
of
because he was like the voice of reason, when it came to extra dimensional, otherworldly issues,
And he plays the character really well.
Yeah, he really
Yeah.
does. Everything. He's funny. He's got that little smug and attitude, but at the same time, he has a heart. I love that character. I love the way that they're portraying Doctor Strange. I just want to see him get to that level.
All right, duly noted. So we know already where he's coming from. So in that essence, let's go ahead and move on over to Professor X. That was kind of amazing to see Patrick Stewart in this movie.
It was. I love Patrick Stewart.
So tell me a little bit about Professor X, how he plays in the Illuminati, Chris.
Professor X, he's the mental guy behind.
Yeah.
He's their telepath, just like all the others, super smart, and he's trying to work for, peace between mankind and all the craziness going on.
Yeah.
So, pretty key in that cog to relate to the feelings of people and things like that, and not be just this group of people that are overseers and disconnected with everything.
No.
How about you, Marquez?
Yeah, Professor X was always kind of like one of those characters that you just you have to sympathize with. He wants peace, but he realizes in order to get there, sometimes you have to fight for it. In fact, when Stan Lee created the character, when he created Magneto and Professor X, he said he was inspired by the civil rights movement. In fact, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X were pretty much caricatures for him to create Magneto and Professor X. So, and you can kind of see
one
that.
was the peaceful
That's
side,
interesting. I
one
didn't
was
know
the
Yeah, that was
That's actually
more.
cool.
Yeah, you can see that in the rhetoric.
Taking arms, yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
does
you
make
know.
sense, yeah.
But no, that's what Professor X is. He's just a peace-loving.
It's funny then he switched the X.
Yeah.
He made the X the peaceful one, and
Yeah, that was pretty
that's kind of
good,
just a.
Yeah, and I think in the comic book there, he's the keeper of the Mind Stone.
That would make sense.
Yeah, seeing as how
When
he's the
He, I feel like just any time Professor X rolls into the room, everyone's like, "Well, what's he got to say?" I want to hear what this guy has to say. I don't know him, but he seems like he might be awesome.
He might have all the answers.
Yeah, and I've always felt like Patrick Stewart has really done a great job portraying
so good.
Professor X.
Yeah.
James McAvoy did okay, but I don't think he has that gravitas that
And especially
that Professor-
Wolverine.
that Patrick Stewart did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a good Professor X.
Yeah.
In the movie, so when we saw him again in Doctor Strange, it was like, oh my gosh, gosh, it's Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
There he is.
Man,
And,
that
and
was
of course, I
Sir
like, and I
Patrick
always
Stewart.
struggle with his
Right.
name, the one that's playing Dr. Richards. What's John Krasinski?
John
Krasinski.
Krasinski. I thought that was a perfect.
Oh yes, and it's already
Yeah.
set. He's made it clear already that
Is
he
he-
wants to be.
I was gonna say,
in the-
I
I think they
feel
are.
like that's
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the things that's kind of been
Yeah.
failing with the Fantastic Four is that you don't have a Mr. Fantastic that's like, bam, the leader,
Yeah.
like they're either kind of wimpy or like I don't
They're
know what I'm
they're
doing.
simping.
Yeah.
They're simping.
that kind of, no
To
charisma.
be honest, I've never liked any of the Fantastic Four movies.
Well,
No,
that's what I'm saying. I
all.
think if you have a cruddy Mr. Fantastic,
You're gonna have a cruddy team.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean he's Mr. Fantastic. He should be the best of the team, like
Yeah.
the coolest character and the smartest and bravest and just mentally strongest.
Did you
guy.
not see him in the
but-
dance club in
but
that
he's
first
not. Yeah.
Fantastic Four? He was killing in the dance floor. He was killing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, he was making me want to kill
But
myself.
anyways,
Good.
here's the thing: when they introduced Professor X in there, yes, I think his part was well. Now it's a spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, fast forward. But with Scarlet Witch knocking out the whole Illuminati, I felt that was not necessary.
Yeah. it was-
If it serves the movie and they are a part of another universe, okay, so be it. But to me, I just felt like, okay,
yeah,
that's
that
not
was the one thing
necessary.
I didn't like about Doctor Strange. How just
Oh, see, I
and
just
then they
didn't
put
like.
in Captain Britain, and it was a girl. It was okay. No, I'm not.
See, that was
Oh,
one thing.
Captain Carter. Yeah,
I loved her as that. I love
Captain
Yeah.
Carter. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's-
because
Well,
they
and I-
used the what if, right? They used
Yeah,
the
in the what
I
if,
was going to
yeah.
say that was for people that haven't kept up with the Disney Plus series. You don't have to have seen if you were watching the Doctor Strange, but there was things like even Doctor Strange's character from the What If series. Kind of there was some semblances of him of that character that was portrayed several instances in What If. But the Captain Carter, who was in a different universe in the What If, maybe they're going to bring that whole squad back in to save the multiverse from Kang. Similar to what they did against Ultron in the What If universe. Make this whole smorgasbord of
Now let's go ahead. Let's bring in the
Too
last.
it's too much, man.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring
Too
in the
much.
last character going in. We have Namor the Submariner. I
Yeah.
am looking so forward to this. that
Yeah.
His movies, he will be introduced. Here we go. You ready? You ready? In the new Black Panther movie,
Oh.
Wakanda Forever, he will be introduced. And he is.
Wakanda and probably Atlantis are going to have a little.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, in the
Going
comic,
at it.
and I'm going to leave this
Yeah.
one to Marquez because I know Marquez is excited about it. Please tell us a little bit about Namor.
Yeah, well, the new Namor, the original, he became an Avenger. He was actually a hero, but they're portraying him currently in the Marvel Universe as a villain. In fact, he's at war with Wakanda. I think he destroys most of Wakanda. In a story, oh God, the story escapes. A friend of mine, Pete, he's a Marvel fan. He could tell you all this, but no, he's actually just this wicked character. He's more like an Aquaman-esque character, if that's even a word. But
Sure.
no, he's super strong. He can fly. I think his strength fades the longer he's out of water.
Right.
and
Drier
that's-
he gets, basically.
Yeah. yeah.
mean-
Yeah, he gets drier, but
Because
No.
can't he somewhat command water?
yeah, they call it hydrokinesis. That's the
Makes
term.
sense. Makes
You
sense.
know?
So he's like
Yeah.
Jason Momoa with the haircut.
Yeah, I don't think he can talk to fish or anything like that. yeah.
Well, he's not like
yeah, I don't
the
think
king
he's,
of Atlantis, is he?
No, he's just I
Like,
think
he
he's a
doesn't have-
high-ranking official within the hierarchy of.
But he
their-
doesn't like have magic necessarily.
No, he's just.
His trident. He's got. I mean, not a trident, but he has a staff that he's able
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, so I don't know who are they going to get
But
to
I
play
thought-
him.
Oh yes, I'm glad you asked. It is a. I can't say his name, but I did my research. He is a.
Have we seen him before?
I don't think you have.
See,
Let
I
me-
thought Marvel's Atlantis was more science-based, whereas DC's was more
Magic.
magic-based.
Yeah.
It
Like
is-
they have advanced science,
It-
advanced
okay,
technology,
it-
basically.
Yeah, it's reported that in the Namor appearance and for the Black Panther, it is. Now I don't know how to say his name, so you can't sue me, dude, because I don't know how to say your name. I think it's spelled Tenoch Huerta. Is-
Okay.
Yes, he is going to play Namor in the next Black Panther sequel, And yes, he is going to be portrayed as the villain because they're going to follow the comic books.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be at war.
But will it be like he's villain, then they're like, oh, but we've got this super invasion to save the Earth. Let's work together, and then
no. So according to here,
pieces formed.
if you've seen the Netflix show Narcos Mexico, he is portrayed as Rafael Caro Quintero. So I guess he's
that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's some bad guy. So go figure. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
I've been watching Narcos. I'm trying to work on my Spanish also.
Huerta. So I at least I got the last name right.
I can't do the roll. I can't roll the.
I can't roll either.
Okay,
My
I'm
friends
just-
try to teach me,
yeah.
and it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
You can't roll.
The
Or
R.
roll.
No, I just can't. No.
Namor.
That was good. That was good. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, but now that you have that group in together, now the comparison is now you have the people that say, well, they had these people here in the Illuminati in the movie, and you got the comic books. Remember, in this show, we talk both.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I took a step back. I always wanted to stick with the comic books, but I get it. You can't win them all. You just can't win them all. So the Illuminati itself is going to be portrayed in a bigger picture going forward. You already got the introduction of the Fantastic Four. You've got Namor going to make his appearance. You have also X-Men. It's already that's already going to be coming in the next phase of X-Men. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with Iron Man. Do they need Iron Man in this show? Maybe not. You don't need it. And now Black Panther. Black Panther hosted in the comic books these heroes to meet, but he chose the first time around not to do it because it makes sense. How can you have so much power and not be able to share it? To share it like with your people, because you already know Professor X is running the X-Men. Then you got Iron Man with the Avengers. You got Mr. Fantastic with the Fantastic Four, and then you've got Doctor Strange doing his thing in the multiverse. But it does make sense because what they do together is they're trying to avert certain things. So then in the comic books, you see this fluctuates in the Civil War. Mm-hmm. Also, Planet Hulk. They're the ones that got together to get Hulk out of Earth.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with the new Black Panther.
Well, of course, I think it's the great setup. We're going to start seeing Namor. We're going to see an ocean planet. It's kind of like setting you up for the next Avatar.
Yeah.
If you saw the clip of Avatar, you see they're going to be in the water. So it's just setting you up for water.
Same thing.
Cool stuff.
Same thing.
But that is the Illuminati itself. So the next up we're gonna do a special edition of Thor. So it's gonna be exclusive Thor. We're gonna talk about the villain.
I don't know that we've done Thor as a hero.
No,
yet.
he's gonna. Well, Chris, I'm glad you asked because that's what we're gonna do, man. That's what we're going to do. We're gonna focus on Thor alone. So what we're gonna do is on Vice. We're gonna talk about Thor, the character, the villains itself. I am so looking forward to the new villain. Now, he's the God Butcher. What's his name?
Gore.
Yeah. And he's going to be portrayed by Christian Bale.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. And also on Silver Cosmo Movie Reviews, we will do the movie reviews of Thor when we do the exclusive. On that one, we're going to give away a gift certificate to Prairie Dogs comic book. So if you can go find you some Thor comic books, and also whoever's your favorite characters, we have it there as well.
Jane
Foster Thor.
She's looking ripped.
Jane Foster Thor.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman is.
She got tired of being sweet Amidala. Now she's like,
she's hot. So
Yes.
always has been.
She's a personal crush.
I cannot wait. So that concludes our show, the Marvel Illuminati. So shout outs before we leave, Marquez.
Thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, just thanks to everyone, family, friends.
Yeah, thanks to everybody out there in interwebs land. Appreciate you for tuning in. Y'all have a great day.
And thank you always to our staff behind the scenes, Eric and Pat. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. Thank you guys for being here because we could be nerds and rock it, dude. We're just amazing. I mean, it's the thing that we can sit here together, talk about our characters, and also thank to the audience. Thank you to our sponsors, the people that support us.
Yes.
We couldn't do it without you guys. And also thanks to the audience, friends and family that tune in. And again, we open that up to you. Go on YouTube. If you have a character you want us to talk about, let us know. We'll go ahead and describe it for you. Other than that, we look forward to hearing from you guys on the new show when we do Thor. So I cannot wait for that. All right, we're out.